People, what did I miss something? Oh, Jesus. Oh, we're live. What?
This wasn't planned in any way whatsoever.
This just happened within the past 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got no planning going into this at all.
Nope. Nope.
By the skin of a teeth.
I have the other actual YouTube thing open too, because I know there's some people that watch my channel that are mobile only, so they can't actually do the Google Plus thing. So I'll leave that open too.
They're just a piece of shit.
Any questions? Sure.
We're not going to cater to them, fucking scum.
I just got 3 messages from like 3 people that are like, "Are you watching this?" Nope. No.
Oh well, that's always encouraging.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm guessing we've got like 10 viewers at the moment.
Well, 10. Just take the 1 off the front.
That's the number I like to see. So I think we'll start. Should we start with the subgenre? Little discussion. So, in our opinion, most extreme subgenre of metal. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go with just because I've been listening to a lot more of it lately. I'll go with like the porn grind, poor gore. Poor gore.
Poor gore, dodgy gore, not very good.
Porn gore type genre. One, just for, I mean, the band names alone, most people would look at and be like, alright. And then, of course, you got the song titles. And then, of course, you have the actual sound of the band. And from my experiences in the past with like other metalheads, it seems to be one of the harder genres for metalheads to get into, just because it is
so impenetrable.
Yeah, it's just that wall, and you know, they're just like, oh, how is this metal? There's noise. I know there's guitars and drums, but
you don't even know that sometimes.
So, I mean, that's going to be my pick. I mean, you know, I could have easily said like black metal, but nowadays I just don't think black metal is maybe as shocking, like, you know, the religious themes and stuff, or like the war themes. I just don't think it's as shocking as maybe it was back in like the 90s and stuff with the church burnings and all that.
That leads on beautifully, because I have 2. I couldn't pick between the 2. One is that kind of really aggressive grindcore, really aggressive, like, you know, the kind of Wormrot, early Napalm Death, some Nasum, very early Pig Destroyer, stuff like that. Really just loud, really, you know, aggressive, politically driven shit. I think that's definitely, that goes above and beyond, because most of the time they're taking it very seriously, where, you know, like the Gore Noise and Crazy Bands, they're just like, whoa, you know, they're having a laugh, they're enjoying themselves. And I'd also join that with, as you just said, earlier black metal, because never has there been a subgenre of metal where some of the bands sort of lived up to what they promised. It's like, you know, we're waging a war against Christianity, we're going to burn your fucking church down. Yeah. You know, they're killing each other and burning churches down, blowing their brains out. You know, it's just that was a time of really extreme music and really extreme people playing it.
Yeah, that was just mayhem. That was mayhem.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's just one band.
Yeah, it's just, you know, the church burnings and the killing each other, and that's mayhem. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but that really aggressive grindcore, I think, because I don't listen to a great deal of that, and that you have to be in a very specific, very angry mood to, you know, to sit down like, you know, I really fancy listening to early Napalm Death. You don't sit there like a glass of wine thing. It's late evening. I'm gonna put Scum on. You know, yeah. You know what I need right now? Scum. You know, just Napalm Death. Sitting there in a smoking jacket with Napalm Death Scum on. Indeed.
The the grindcore where like this is a song.
Like the napalm death you suffer, which is like 3 seconds, 2 seconds long. It is just as you've just done. There you go. That's it.
What was that? Was it that Nazem band or one of those bands released like a CD that had like 100 songs and it was like 20 minutes long or something like that. But, it's kind of like that one that you shared with me.
What was that? Decomposed or Decomposing Fetus was the band. Russian, like gore grind, and there was like 15 songs in a minute.
Looks like we have a question. Nathan Brown. Howdy, Nathan. I don't know you.
Howdy.
Hey guys, random question. What's your top 3 metal songs?
Oh, bloody hell.
Wow.
That's a tough one.
That is. One of my favorites is Metallica's Fade to Black.
Fair enough. I
always like that, the feeling that song gives. It's a really depressing song, if you know what it's about and everything, and just the musicianship on there, and that's always been one of my favorites. Even though I'm not a big fan of the new Metallica, I still like the older stuff, and that's just always been one of those songs that, I've just always really, really enjoyed it.
One of my favorite Metallica song would be "For Whom the Bell For Whom the Bell Tolls."
Yeah,
that was a tough one to get out. One of my favorites would be "Death Leprosy," not the album, the title track from the album. That's just amazing. Or "Pull the Plug." There's those two really big favorites of mine. Then, Sodom, back to Sodom. Sodom Blasphemer. It's definitely might be my favorite metal song of all time.
I'm just trying to think of my other two. It's just
I couldn't just think of 3 as like a top. I could think of a few, but I'd have to really sit down.
I mean, my top 3 really could be like early Metallica songs. I mean, "For Whom the Bell Tolls" could be another one of mine. But let me see if I can think of any others that are. I think I'll have to go with Iron Maiden, "The Trooper," because that was the first Iron Maiden song I ever heard, and after that I was just hooked. I mean, that was the song.
How couldn't you be?
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's a bloody good one.
And maybe Darkthrone's, maybe "Transylvanian Hunger."
Oh, the title track?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I really like "Hordes of Nebulae" from them. I really like that song from Panzerfaust. That's a hell of a good, because that's my favourite album of theirs. Next, probably, Panzerfaust, then "Transylvanian Hunger" for Darkthrone.
Did you ever hear their Soulside Journey when they were like a death metal band before they?
Oh yeah, I really like that.
Yeah. A
hell of a good death metal album. I was like, Darkthrone? What the fuck? They got the same logo.
That was kind of like Cradle of Filth too, because like their first album is really a death metal vibe before they switched to the black metal, and then of course on to the what they are now, like the gothic symphonic black metal. But
which sorry.
Yeah, the last few albums, but still a fan of their earlier stuff. Just I don't know.
Oh well, okay. What about Motorhead, Ace of Spades? That's got to be on. Or Jointed with Judas. Jointed. That's another good song. With Judas Priest, Painkiller.
Yeah.
2 of them. There's 2 you got to have. I mean, it's almost impossible to pick a top 3.
Yeah.
But I can think of like a 10 or 11 I'd put in like an ultimate tape, an ultimate mixtape that you could not be without.
Mixtape? tape cassette? What is that?
You can still have mixtapes. I've got visual mixtapes. Like, the Horchats and Filth and shit, I suppose you can't really mix CDs. Doesn't sound as good.
Yeah, I call them mixed discs.
Mixed. That.
Except discs is that word's too hard to say. Discs.
Discs. I just put mixed dicks. There you go. Just put mixed dicks.
Hey, that sounds like a food.
Oh.
Bag of mixed dicks.
At a baseball game. Get your bags, penises, bags, penises, bags, penises, penises. So.
What is this chewy center?
God damn it. So, yeah, it's pretty hard to pick individual songs. If they were like albums, I'm sure we could think of. Again, I couldn't think of a top 3.
Yeah, it's
that's
too hard to do.
What about a couple of your favorite EPs or not full lengths, demos, stuff like that?
Oh boy. Probably Marduke's Obedience.
Is that an EP or a demo?
That's an EP. Let me see here. Yeah, that's really just like 6 songs. Well, really 3 songs, but then there's a US release with bonus tracks. But yeah, that's really just a 3-song album. Obedience, Funeral Bitch, and Into the Crypt of Rays, which I believe.
Funeral Bitch.
Crypt of Rays. That's Celtic Frost.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, two that spring to mind immediately, and as soon as I say them, you're going to go, oh yeah, Death Crush and In the Sign of Evil. There you go, yeah, they're the 2 for me. But demo tapes, what was it? It's actually my favourite thing from Mortician is one of their demo tapes, or one of their EPs, and it's got the guy from Phantasm on the front.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my favourite thing they've done. I love the sound of that EP or demo. Is it a demo?
I think it's an EP. Oh, maybe it's a demo.
I don't know. Oh, we got another comment.
Have you guys heard of an album called Post-Abortion Slutfuck? No, but I'd like to. You would love it. Every track is amazing on that album.
By Vulvectomy? I think. Is it like it's brutal slamming death metal? I think it might be Italian. Not sure. It's pretty good. There's some pig squeals that aren't that. I mean, I don't mind them sometimes, but yeah, a few of them. But it's got some good stuff on it, and the name alone and the album art is okey dokey. Yeah.
I mean, I could have heard of it with all the stuff that we share back and forth, and all the stuff I see on there.
I don't think I've shared that with you because I haven't thought about that for ages. That was one of the very first sort of brutal slamming, that kind of really, intense or whatever albums I listened to, and at first I was like, well, this is just fucking noise, and then I was like, hang on a second, this isn't too bad, Yep, that one. That was Vulvectomy. Is it Vulvectomy or Vulvarectomy? It's something.
Vulvarectomy. Vulvarectomy sounds cooler.
It's ectomy. Like vulvaectomy. I think it might be Vulvectomy or something. It's not a particularly catchy name, but the album is.
Go look that up, Nathan. Let us know.
Let us know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Get to it. Chop chop.
Chop chop.
Chop chop.
Do our bidding. That doesn't work on the Google thing because it just lags when I do the evil. Yeah, it just blur. Yeah, it just doesn't.
What are you doing?
We're trying to break Google. So, should we move on to a few of the bands that Vulvectomy. There we go. Vulvectomy.
Vulvectomy.
Vulvectomy. Yeah, that's the one. Um, so a few bands that people have likely forgotten about that are still knocking about, doing things.
Well, as we've discussed, Bolt Thrower.
Bolt Thrower. Have you? I had a quick look myself. They're not signed to any label, are they?
No, they're not signed any label, but they're still doing shows and stuff. But I think their last album was it in the 90s? If I remember, I think like late 90s maybe?
Was that Mercenary? Was that one of their last ones?
No, that may have been. Yeah.
What's your favourite Bolt Thrower album?
I like Realm of Chaos and Fourth Crusade.
I go War Master.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. And then Mercenary's pretty good as well. If that is their last one. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember what it said when I looked up their discography of when their last album actually was. I think it was the late 90s though, and I think it may have been Mercenary, but
it's weird how I mean they've still got a following if they're still touring and they're still making enough money to be able to run the band and tour and everything. It's funny that no record label has picked them up because I'm pretty sure they'd probably happily record a new album.
Yeah, I mean with all these shittier bands that are signed to labels, and all the metal labels that are out there now, you would think somebody would be like, "Oh, Bolt Thrower? Well, yeah, they're a classic band. Let's sign them."
I mean, even if they weren't signed by a UK label, they could be signed by an overseas label and still have their album distributed just fine.
Yeah. I mean, compared to probably when they were last signed, there's probably so many more labels that deal with metal than there was back then.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what was back then? Like Relapse Records, Peaceville. I think Century Media was around. Of course, Metal Blade.
Earache?
Yeah, Earache. Are they still around? Is Earache Records still around?
They've got a YouTube channel. I've been on their website or anything.
I don't know. I haven't thought of Earache in a long time. Jeez, I think the last time I thought about Earache was when back in the 90s when all the big labels like Columbia and shit started getting on like that doom metal, death metal kick and started signing bands like Cathedral and Carcass and shit like that to the bigger labels, and that was a fucking disaster.
That went well. Heartwork and so forth.
So what other bands that are still around?
Old rotting jungle rot.
Jungle Rot. Yeah.
Jungle Rot. Favorite Jungle Rot album?
I don't know. I don't know that I have a favorite album of theirs. I mean, I like the band. I like the stuff I've heard from them. I like the albums I've heard of, but I don't really know that there's an album that stands out in my mind.
I go with either Fueled by Hate or Slaughter the Weak. Fueled by Hate, I think, was 2004, and that's really, really good. Sadly, really short, though. I think it's under 30 minutes long. Really good album.
That's not always a bad thing. Look at Rain and Blood. That's a short album, but it's powerful.
Yeah, true. Have you ever heard the... sometimes they put the extended album, and there's a remix of Criminally Insane at the end.
No.
Oh, it's like taking riffs and bits from all the other songs in the album and making them sound a bit like Criminally Insane, but at the same time making it sound like a turd.
Nope. I don't think that's what I need to hear.
You don't. But it's compulsory for them to put it on now, apparently.
Have you seen the Venom re-releases? I don't know how long ago they came out, but I just saw them the other day for the first time. Like Black Metal and Welcome to Hell with like a second disc with like a bunch of bonus tracks.
When they say bonus tracks, are they just like live performances of the stuff on the other CD?
One of them was like fuck, I can't remember what it was, but it was like the first track on the bonus disc was something like a 60-minute version or some shit like that of a song. I
Is it
don't know
just
if
a
I,
six? Is it like a 20-minute version of In League with Satan, but they just say In League with Satan a lot more?
I just I can't remember what it was, but I swear to God it was like 60-minute version or some shit like that. But yeah, the first disc was all the normal shit, and then the second disc was like just bonus material, probably some live stuff and all that.
No, I haven't. I don't think I've seen them.
I just saw them. They had a made me. I don't know. That's why I asked because I don't know if they just came out or not because the FYE I go to had like 4 of black metal and like 4 of Welcome to Hell. So I'm thinking if they get in that many, they must have just come out because certainly they wouldn't restock that album if they came out like 2 years ago or some shit.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, especially I can imagine some shops restocking stuff like that, but I can't imagine a shop like that getting in. Oh, we've sold out a Venom re-release. Oh shit! Quick, we gotta order more of them.
Stat, get on it!
You're just like furiously typing away. Order, buy.
So we had a question that deals with absolutely nothing about metal, but it was, do you have a girlfriend?
You, yeah.
And then the next one from that person is, hello? Oh, I heard you, but if it's not about metal, I don't really want to fucking answer it. So, yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Well, fair enough. I'll drink to that.
Now, if this was my talkings of tomfoolery, I wouldn't care, but when this is metal chat, keep your bullshit questions to yourself, jerks.
Yeah, damn it. You're drinking piss again.
Always.
This time it actually looks like piss.
It's actually half water and half tea, which equals piss.
Exactly.
So, what other bands could we think of?
Well, I don't know if they've probably been. I would say they've been forgotten by one set of fans and adopted by another, and that's Darkthrone. Because would you say there isn't a single black metal fan now listening to Darkthrone in terms of they're going to like Darkthrone gigs and corpse paint and everything?
Well, I don't think that, obviously. I don't think they're going to see Darkthrone and wearing their corpse paint and everything like that. But I don't know. It's such an odd switch for that band. I mean, they started
at this stage.
First album death metal, and then like supreme, fabulous black metal, and then kind of now the thrashy, crusty, punkish, like heavy metal sound.
Because the FOAD, that was the one that was like crust punk and thrash, which I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And then Dark Thrones and Black Flags, didn't listen to that. Circle the Wagons, which was like Iron Maiden but shit. Really didn't like that album at all. And then Underground Resistance, I was like, I haven't liked anything else they've done since they've made this switch, so I'm not going to even bother. So I don't know if you've listened to that one or not.
I like the I actually like the Fuck Off and Die album.
Yeah.
I actually like that vibe. I was actually just reading about their section in that black metal book, and they were discussing that of just how they just felt like they wanted to, go onto a different path and start doing some other type of music from other bands that they were inspired by back in the day, and just kind of, do their spin on it. So, I guess if you're a musician and you've stuck yourself in one genre for so long, that, I could see becoming tired of it and maybe just wanting to explore and do other, get yourself a new sound. I mean, because they're obviously well established, so anything they do now, I think they're really just doing it for themselves, and if the fans are with it, then I think they're fine with that. But I think if their fan base is like, oh, what are you guys doing? I don't really think they care anymore. I just think they're making it for themselves, which like I said, maybe they got tired. They're like, well, we don't really want to do another. I mean, what else can we do black metal wise to top what we've done? So
Yeah, I
it's
know.
like let's do other stuff, especially Fenris, because I know Fenris is like into so many different types of music. Not just the metal, but tons of other stuff. So maybe it's just a way for them to expand and grow, and not become stale and actually have to break up. At least they're the two main guys, Fenris and Nocturnal Culto, are still together. They're still making music. I'd rather have them be doing that than break up or something like that. Never have any type of Dark Throne at all come out.
Oh, fair enough. I think Circle the Wagons was a really inferior album. Really inferior. I just thought it was like they phoned it in at times in the track. I was just like, I know what's going to happen now. Oh yeah, there you go. It was just really annoyed me when you look back at the quality. I mean, yeah, there's some good stuff on Fuck Off and Die, but I just didn't like the sort of the crust punk sound of it, because I went into it thinking like, oh, Dark Throne doing thrash, that sounded good. Like, it's not pure thrash. It was more crusty. And I was like, I was a little bit let down by that, but I don't know. I might have to give Underground Resistance a listen, which is like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think I've listened to that one yet, so I'll have to give that. Maybe we can talk about that on the next episode. We can listen to that album together and see what happens there.
Yeah. It's just I keep going back. It's like, oh, Panzerfaust. How'd you go from Panzerfaust to Circle the Wagons?
Just the thing, if I was in the band, if I was in a band, or if I made music, I don't know if I'd want to pigeonhole myself into like one genre. I'd like to be able to do like a gore grind album, and then come on like the next album just be like classic thrash. Come on the next one, just have it be like a death metal styled album.
All the fans are just like, wait, what the hell are we supposed to be doing?
What's going on here? You can't put out that many different sounds. Our small metalhead brains can't comprehend. Oh.
Yeah, I can't think of a band that has decided, hey, we're going to do gore grind. Oh, we're going to do thrash. We're going to do speed. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I can't think of a single band that's done that.
I mean, I know that Gallhammer, they were so cool. I say they were because I don't think they put anything out in a gazillion years. I guess, Vivian Slaughter's too busy with Maniac. But what was cool about Gallhammer is when you listen to them, they had like black metal, they had nu metal, they had thrash metal, they had the crust, the crusty punk, the crusty thrash, the blackened thrash. Within like their album, the frame of their album, and it was all really well done and really cohesive, and like the different like blast beats, and then switching to like the doom within the song that had the blast beats. It all worked really well in there, and it's shitty because they were such a good band, and I have a feeling that they're never going to do anything again.
Yeah.
But they were just the one band that did everything, and it melded together really nice.
I heard that Golgoroth are doing. You're just saying Gallhammer. I heard Golgoroth are putting something together.
They have a new album. I cannot think of the title, but I know the title. I just can't think of it, and it's a new lead singer too, because Pest is no longer with them. But they still have.
Do you know who's the lead guy now?
No, he's from yeah, I can't think of it. I just read it the other day, like 3 days ago, on Metal Injection or Metal Hammer. One of those sites or something I frequent was talking about the new Gorgoroth coming out, that I think it's done. I think it might be done, or it's in the final stages of like getting finished. But I know the new singer, and I know the band he's from. But I'll be damned if I can fucking think of it.
do you know? Are they good?
Yeah. No, I recognize him as being good. So still looking forward. Their bass player is still which I don't know if you knew. He's been with them for a long while now. The bass player from Obituary.
When did he leave?
I think he's still with Obituary. but he's
Oh,
also
he's
with
playing. Okay, yeah.
yeah
Yeah. There
yeah
used to be two members of Carcass used to playing Carcass and fuck. What did they used to play? They both of them from the same band. And he used to go like I remember Jeff Walker talking at Bloodstock. He was like, last year wasn't a very good show because it was like that one band came off, two of their members like stripped all their gear off, put the Carcass gear on, get the instruments out, and then went back on with Carcass. So it's like we didn't have a very good show last year. But god damn it, what band were they from? Anyway, yeah, no, I didn't know the guy from Obituary was in. The bass
yeah.
player was in.
I want to say Frank Watkins. I believe that's his name, the bass player. I'm not sure what his black metal name is though.
Have you noticed that the drummer of Obituary looks like he's from Duck Dynasty? He really does.
But Donald Tardy, I believe, because his brother's the singer, John.
Yeah, he had like the camo hat and
Yeah.
his shorts, his beard, and his long hair. I was just thinking, he's from Duck Dynasty.
I love ducks. I love ducks. I love ducks.
I love shooting ducks.
We have a question here from Joey last name. Have you ever heard of We Think Music's online radio?
No.
No. Next question.
Is it good? What is it? I have no idea.
I really don't listen to any online radio. If I listen to an album or listen to music, it's probably an album or a song off of YouTube. But I used to listen to a Roth radio, ROTH radio, which was online music where you just went there. You couldn't really pick what you wanted to listen to, but it was just constantly 24/7 streaming black metal, death metal, just one after another continuously. I used to listen to that a lot and discovered a lot of new bands. That was probably like 12, 13 years ago, though. I don't even know if they're still around, but it's Roth radio.
There's a couple of quite good channels on Groove Shark that play kind of more modern but still good metal. That play that. That's quite good. Generally it's more kind of power or symphonic or progressive. It's rare you'll go on there and it'll be like it's rare you're gonna get the growls or anything. But you can discover some pretty interesting stuff if they don't start mixing in screamo and hard rock.
Oh yeah.
So
it's like
one of the bands
on our TV we have that music on demand music channel that kind of shows a picture of the band, and if there's facts about them, like when they were formed, they'll give you some facts. But that's kind of like a hit and miss channel too, because you'll get like a really good Judas Priest, and then it'll go into like some screamo band, and then it'll go into like Cannibal Corpse, and then you'll get some like Five Finger Death Punch type bullshit coming at you. And
you love them, don't you?
It's like a back and forth thing.
You're a big fan of all Five
Five Finger Bang.
Five Finger Fuck Off.
I can't stand those guys. I'm the biggest reason I don't like the Five Finger Death Punch is because they're one of those bands that like, we're rocking and rolling, we're hard, and then they're like, we love our soldiers, we love America, ooh. It's like a fucking truck commercial.
What about that one that people keep talking about? Is they always say, "Oh, you're into metal. Do you listen to Bring Me the Horizon?"
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna be like, fucking.
That band tricked me one time because I think they have a shirt or something of like a girl or somebody. I know it's something with corpse paint involved, and like their font is done in like the Necro style black metal font.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, that's a badass shirt. And then I found out who it was, and I was like, oh, these guys are fucking posers.
But no, TJ, it's new metal. You hear me? New metal.
Oh, sweet. New metal.
Yeah, never agreed with that. New NU metal. That was a.
I don't think there's one band in that new metal genre that I even consider a band.
I thought you were a big fan of Limp Bizkit.
I don't. Keep that on the down low. As far as I'm concerned, every member of like Limp Bizkit, Korn, Mudvayne.
Never even heard of them. I've never heard what they put out. Mudvayne. Never.
You don't want to. Disturbed, Godsmack, any of those bands like that. For all I care, they can go off the edge of a cliff in Sweden. For all I care, I don't care.
Yeah, well, I mean, Limp Bizkit there, what are they? Rapcore?
Yeah,
That thing?
yeah.
I sound like such an old man then. Is that rapcore?
What's that, Sonny? You got some of that new rapcore, Sonny?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I'm gonna take my hearing aids out now. You know. Yeah. So. One of the other bands we were talking about, sort of forgotten ones, is Gorguts.
Gorguts, yeah.
Mm.
Which
they put out an album last year.
They were still around, which I had no clue.
Yeah, I mean, I just assumed they were long gone.
Yeah.
But I actually had a quick listen to some of the stuff on their latest album, Coloured Sands. And it was all right, different.
I remember you mentioning that title, and I was just like, Colored Sands.
Yeah.
It sounds very progressive.
Yeah, it was sort of quite modern, quite progressive, a little bit of the old symphonic. The old synth, a bit of synth in there. No, there's no synth in there. You know, it was. Well, from what I heard of it, I didn't sit down and give it a dedicated listen or anything. I just sort of scanned through. But what I heard was you know, it's not as good as what they used to do, obviously, but. You know, I would say at least they're around and at least they're making music. You know.
Canadian as well. You know, that's another thing about metal. Not a lot of bands out of Canada, you know.
Slaughter, the good Slaughter, not the silly Slaughter.
Cryptopsy, they're Canadian.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Unless I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're Canadian.
Yeah, they used to put out some good stuff. I'm assuming they're gone. Come on, surely they're gone.
No, I think Cryptopsy's still around. Not with Lord Worm, but they're still around.
Yeah, did I share something ages ago with you, like a newer Cryptopsy thing?
You did, yeah.
And then totally forgot about it. Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Am I getting a lot of? Does it sound like my laptop's about to explode?
We had a couple people. I don't have no clue who they are, but they answered yes to that they're going to be watching this. But I have no clue who they are. I don't know.
Well,
one of them like
really
Japanese characters or Chinese characters or something. Their name. Oh, maybe we're going worldwide.
Yeah. Well, how many viewers we got? 0.
Got one.
We got one. Oh, well, fair enough. That's better than nothing.
Whoever you are, viewer, let us know. Ask some questions.
You know, pick our brains of metal. Pick them with pieces of metal.
So, what else?
Bing. Q&A.
Hey, look at that. Heavy Metal Real.
Thanks for the questions last time.
Thank you very much, sir. He says, we got Annihilator and Onslaught, both great bands from Canada. What do you think about them? I'm a big fan of Annihilator. I was actually just looking at one of their album covers the other day. And actually, they were kind of a band I'd forgot a little bit about. But I can't remember the name of the album, but it's like a zombie-type woman with like a destroyed city behind her, and she's holding like a brain or a heart or something like that, and that caught my eye.
Of course. I don't think I've listened to Annihilator. I like Infant Annihilator, and I like Onslaught. But I don't think I've listened to Annihilator.
Onslaught I'm not too sure about.
If it's the right Onslaught, because it's quite a generic name.
Yeah.
The one I'm thinking of is kind of like they're all in denim, and they're all like, fuck yeah, they've all got patches and vests, you know. It's old school thrash is the one I'm thinking of, so it might not be the right Onslaught. But because it's one of those names like Annihilator, Onslaught, like Slaughter, all those names you kind of think it's probably like 5 bands.
It's like in that book, the name Tormentor. It's like there were numerous bands with this name, and like the only one that stuck with was the one with, of course, Attila. But yeah, there were a couple bands that we actually know that started off with like the name Tormentor or something like that. I think maybe even Celtic Frost started off with the name Tormentor. But
why that name? Why in particular that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not a great name. You know, it's weird that no other bands copied like earlier on, like when the new wave of British, you had bands like Holocaust and Satan, who never played anything like the music you'd expect them to play. You know, like fucking Holocaust. Oh, and then like Blitzkrieg, they all used to play like kind of like dude, new wave. Good new wave stuff, but not the kind of stuff you'd expect from bands like Blitzkrieg, Holocaust, stuff like that. So I'm surprised, and Satan especially, I'm surprised that more bands haven't nicked their names.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they obviously did it like, we got to be the first one called Satan.
Well, Satan probably has his name copyrighted, so you don't want to piss him off.
Yeah, Google will come knocking on your door.
So any new bands, maybe not new bands, but new bands to you that you've discovered within the past few months or the last year or so that you're still interested in, that you're grooving on?
Nocturnal Fear.
Nocturnal Fear?
Yeah, they put out 2 albums, Sterilize and Exterminate, which I believe is their first album. And the second one, oh fuck, what's that called? It's actually the better one as well. It's got, oh fuck's sake, Relentless Fear or something like that, something Fear. But no, that really, really speed, war-driven thrash, really, really good. Power from Hell. I love Power from Hell. Molesting the Holy Virgin, Bestial Times. Oh, I love Power from Hell. Shall I read this one because I haven't read them yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
Power from Hell, man. Yeah, yeah. That onslaught, old school thrash. Yeah, it was the. Yeah, they're the ones I was talking about. Many bands started with Tormentor as a band name. Even Creator had that name. But there was also an old faulty black metal band that had that name. So, old proto black metal band that had that name. So I didn't know Creator used to be called Tormentor. I'm assuming that was like.
Then the one I was thinking of that I just read in the book, which I had known, but once again I was reminded of it.
Yeah. Creator have never really agreed with me as much as other Teutonic thrash bands.
How come?
I don't know. I don't like them as much as Destruction, and obviously I don't like them as much as.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bloody obvious. But I like them more. No, I'd say I'd like them as much as Tankard.
Yeah.
But they don't match up to Destruction for me.
Or Sodom.
Obviously, I mean that's a fucking given. That is.
Wait, you like Sodom? That's news to me.
Oh, I hate Sodom. I hate them. And fucking Judas Priest, piece of shit bands. Never put a good album out ever. Yeah, I hate them. You never hear me talking about them.
No. That's Sodom and Judas Priest and those Iron Maidens. Those bands are flashes in the pan.
Yeah. You want to listen to some quality stuff like Black Veil Brides.
There you go.
That's like one of our few focal points for that kind of screamo stuff. We're just trying to.
Yep.
So funny to hear all those Nocturnal Fear titles. Yeah, fucking great Nocturnal. Been following them since the demo days, and some of those songs existed back then.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, Nocturnal Fear, really, really good. Really, really. How do you beat an album called Sterilize and Exterminate? I mean, God, Jesus, that is. Artillery, was it? Yeah, Nuclear Death Strike from the second album is really, really good. It's got the death metal blast beats and everything, but it's got screaming thrash vocals. Not screamo, but screaming.
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 That
Not
ing
O.
is important, not the O.
Kind of like if someone kicked Chuck Schuldler in the bollocks and then told him, "Sing!" It sounds kind of like that.
Oh, Chuck.
What's your favourite Death album?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's out of the blue. Bang!
That's... Wow, I don't know. I love Leprosy, Spiritual Healing. I mean, Oh, I even like Sound of Perseverance, which I know there's a lot of people that aren't really keen to that album, but I like that album.
I like Human as well.
Yeah.
Most people, not most people, but a lot of people don't like that.
I don't know, Death is just one of those bands that really,
it's hard to think of something to put out and like, that's fucking shit. You know?
I don't really think Chuck liked to put out stuff that was, not to his liking. I think he wanted to make sure that it was something that he liked, that he knew the fans would like.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's just really hard to pick, favorite song.
I can hear myself loop back.
Well, quit doing that then.
I can't stop. It was coming out of your end.
Out of my end? Whoa.
I'm speaking out your ass.
I know I had a speaker in there. Shit. Literally.
Can Scream Bloody Gore.
Huh?
First one. No, I'd go with, for me, it's Scream Bloody Gore and Leprosy as a joint favourite from Death. Just you could listen to them anytime. Read the Q&A.
Artillery. I thought I had heard the name almost coming out, and it nearly made me happy because that is an awesome band I like very much.
Trying to slip these references in here and there. I've got to appease our millions of fans.
There's actually another band. I'm not sure how long they've been around, but they're called Mortillery.
That's a great name.
That I listened to the other day, and I was grooving on them.
What stuff do they play?
They're they're thrash metally. Yeah, they're thrash metally. Have a great cover. I can't remember the name of the album, but it's like a destroyed city in the background with like a lot of bright greens, and like this skeletal zombie chick sitting on like a destroyed car or some shit like that. And yeah, it's just like one of those thrash metal
the Office.
Like, that's thrash metal. I can tell just by the cover.
Yeah. It's like every Municipal Waste album you see, every Toxic Holocaust album you see, you're thinking, yeah, I know what that's going to sound like. It's got that kind of really lurid, in your face kind of. They've got to have the most lurid covers of it. Well, in terms of like bright colours, they've got to have the most. Thrash have definitely got that down.
Another new, well, not newish. I'd known about them for about 2 years, but a female trio out of Brazil, São Paulo, Brazil, called Nervosa.
I know. When you shared me that one track, "There's Death." Wow.
Yeah.
What a sound.
Their album, "Victim of Yourself," has a really great cover, like a guy in like a sweet ass like metal vest or metal jacket, like holding himself like a skeleton, holding himself like driving a knife into himself or some shit. And it's just so cheesy fun.
I like that. Have you listened to their EP they put out before that, which is like the cover is like the three of them. Yeah. Kind of zombified.
I just listened to that last night. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Their drummer looks high most of the time. It's got that kind of high drummer. She's got that kind of high drummer look.
Heavy Metal Real says, "Does any of you guys like Dismember?" Yes.
Yeah.
I used to keep like an ever-flowing stream on almost constant repeat when I first got it many, many, many years ago.
Artillery is better. Get into them, Joe. Artillery is better. Get into them instead, Joe. But it wasn't in a kind of a threatening way. Like I made it sound in a threatening way. You want to get into them? You gotta do it. Do it. Yeah, it wasn't in a threatening way. It was more kind of, you should do that. You should do it. Otherwise, they'll come kill you.
But yeah, I've always been a fan of Dismember, and of course early Entombed, which I think they're very similar. That chainsaw guitar sound that they had going on.
Left Hand Path.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't believe the amount of times that gets suggested in all the videos on YouTube. Like suggested. Oh, it's Entombed, Left Hand Path every time. It doesn't matter what you're listening to. That's always on there.
Left Hand Path and Clandestine, or Clandestine, however you may pronounce it.
Clandestine. That's how I would.
Their two best albums until Entombed pretty much, I don't know, became shit. Like You know,
I haven't heard what they put out now. What does it sound like?
I
Just
I
terrible.
remember when they started shifting. Um, when they released an album that had Wolverine on the cover. Though, yeah, Wolverine. You know Wolverine. But
Wait, hey, whoa, back up there for a second. Just it's like cheesy Wolverine and like the yellow and or Old Man Logan or
like a serious-looking Wolverine, but still Wolverine. And then I think an album or two after that, I think they were almost hard rocking sound.
Okay.
That is great to hear. I love those old Dismember records. Favorites still to this day. I remember speaking of Dismember again, and like an ever-flowing stream. I remember when, I don't know if you guys had it where you live, but when CDs used to come in like the long cardboard sleeves, like really thin and long, and it had like the whole cover was like the artwork of the CD, and you would like pull the tab out and slide the CD out of the cardboard slipcase, the long slipcase. Do you remember those? Did you ever have those?
I think we had some. I don't think it was like every single one.
Because it used to be every single album here came like that. I used to have like Dark Thrones in those, and it was so cool because you had like, you take out the disc, and it had obviously the hole to where you could see the disc through the cardboard. So I would cut that part off, and I would still have like the sleeve that was like the album artwork that I could hang up and shit.
That's cool. No, we didn't get a great many of them. You very, very occasionally you'll see something like that knocking about, but bands seem to be Wolverine Blues. You mean
Yep.
Wolverine Blues?
No,
Oh my god!
that was the beginning of the end for the Mighty Entombed.
Wolverine Blues. Was he like sitting there in like an alley with a harmonica, just my life got real shit when they covered my bones in adamantium,
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure, and I mean, it's been forever since I've followed Entombed, but I think like some of the main people from back in the day when they were good are still there, like what's his name, LG Petrov or something like that. I think he might still be there. I know he was there when they started doing like that hard rock sound bullshit, but
just a minute, but TJ, just a minute ago you were saying Dark Throne. They want to make that music, you saying, well, they can make that.
Now here's the difference.
Oh, you're backing up now.
No, see, I'll tell you my points here. I think Dark Throne now are making the music that maybe they've wanted to make for a long time, and they just decided to start making it that they actually enjoy. I think Entombed started making music that was lighter, more hard rockish, because I think they were getting greedy for album sales. That's what I think.
Get the old green in the hands.
Make it rain. That's what I think. They think, well, gee, death metal doesn't sell that well, so maybe if we go like radio friendly, maybe we'll get signed and make more money. That's what I think they did.
Oh, we got a comment involving them
to their roots. Just listen to the new Entombed AD, and you will see. They've returned to their roots. Entombed AD. When is that a full-length album? When did that come out? Heavy Metal Reel. That's one I'm not familiar with.
I didn't think that. To be honest, they were one of the ones I didn't think were around.
Entombed. Anymore. They had to change their name to be like, hey, look, we're heavy again.
Hey, we stopped being all kind of light and fluffy. Hey, look,
remember us? Remember our chainsaw guitars? Remember us? Hey.
What? God damn it! What's the name of the band? Really good. Fucking, what is the name? They played "Merciless Death" is one of their best tracks. What is the name of that? Yeah, you know the one I mean, don't you? Yeah. Hey, Real's gonna put a comment in a minute saying what it is, but
he said, "Damn, what a delay there is. My question and answers reach you like 10 minutes or more after I've written them."
Oh, great.
Yep, that's.
And we're reading them pretty much as soon as they arrive.
Yeah, as soon as they pop up, I'm pretty much reading them. So that's Google for you, my friend. That's yeah.
Is he in Sweden?
Yeah, Yeah.
Well, they should get to me first because that's just over there, kind of thing. You know, it's going to take like an hour for them to get to you, but they should arrive in the UK first. They then get ready to make the mighty journey across the Atlantic.
I'm actually going to show you some of the, because obviously reading that. But I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
show you some of the, and anybody who's watching, some of the photographs that are in here that are just absolutely so cool here. We'll keep talking till I find them.
Yeah, okay. It's just lagged.
Oh yeah, you lagged. You're in the middle of drinking.
I don't know what's going on.
You're frozen like this. Drinking.
You. Okay, it's fine now. It sorted itself out.
Yeah, see if you can see this here, this picture. That's Maniac.
Oh, Luke. Holy shit.
That's from one of his early fanzines that he put out.
Ah! Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, here's a previously unpublished lineup photo circa Death Crush, recently discovered by Maniac, featuring Mannheim, Maniac, Euronymous, and Necro Butcher.
They all look so like they look about 12.
That is great, but that's like all the pictures in here are like that. They're just like some stuff I had never seen before, and just phenomenal.
It's interesting to see those pictures and just think, wow, is that that's what they used to look like. It's Dark Angel. Slayer
Dark
of
Angel.
Merciless Death. Dark Angel. That's the one I'm thinking about. Not because there's a band called Merciless Death. They're good as well, but I was thinking of Dark Angel. Are they still around? That was one of the bands I was trying to think of earlier.
I think they are.
They are? Holy shit. The
Maybe.
guy looked like he was about to die in the 80s.
Well, am I thinking of Dark Angel or Death Angel?
I don't know. Dark Angel, the lead guy from that looked like he was on the way out in gigs I've seen. He didn't look well. I'm just going to put this under my laptop to allow for cooling, so I'm just going to turn my camera off for a second. Bear with. I'm still here.
Heavy Metal Rule says it's their new name. They had to change it since one of the core members left. So Entombed to Entombed AD.
Let's see. Oh, fucking camera's not working back on. That's gonna. There we go. It's back. There we go.
There you are. There you are.
Don't want the old laptop exploding. Stop drinking that piss, man. It's bad for you.
No, it's vitamins.
Don't. I suppose that's vitamins, Kyle.
Vitamins, Kyle.
Oh. There was God damn it. Oh yeah, Traces of Death. I'm not bringing it onto movies here, but that has got a really good metal soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I used to have that, but it either got stolen, probably got stolen. But yeah, I used to have that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Most people don't know that's got a really good soundtrack.
What also used to be good were the compilation CDs. The Death is Just the Beginning, the different volumes.
Oh yes, yeah.
Just like an array of different bands. That was always a fun way to discover new bands, because I'd buy that album and not know some of them and be like, "Ooh, that's a really cool song." So I'd go search out the band. Back when you actually had to go to different stores and actually look for CDs, not just type it in on Google and be like, "Oh yes, here's their complete discography at my fingertips."
It's more. I don't know. It's easier and it's more convenient for us to do that. But is it as fun?
It's not as fun.
It's nowhere near as fun. It's like I don't know if you've seen that VHS documentary when they're basically talking about how easy it is now to find tapes online. It's just like that.
Yeah.
There's no fun of the search. No, the thrill of the hunt.
I mean, I remember reading like my old metal magazines and like reading a really good review and writing down the band name and being like, "Oh, I got to get to the store to see if they have it," and going to like when we had multiple stores I could go to for metal albums and just be like, "Oh, please have it, please have it." It's so fun. Looks like we have another question and or comment.
It's an interesting one.
Jens Bleeker. Hi there, guys. I have a question. How are metal people perceived in the countries you live? Because here in the Netherlands, they are often seen as weird people. Just wondering.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to answer the same thing, but it sounds like we live in countries that are exactly like the Netherlands.
Yep. It's universal, because if I wear a band shirt or something, not necessarily this gut shirt, but just maybe a Tamer band or something, and I'll get people that, maybe they don't know that I know that they're looking at me, but they'll just...
they know that you know.
That I know,
yeah.
that they know that I know. So,
yeah, exactly. That's what you were going to say.
Yeah, all the way through school, just, people talk under their breath. Oh, that person wearing a heavy metal shirt, they're a Satanist, they're a weirdo.
Satanist.
They diddle animals and children.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had that aimed at me yet. I think that's just you, TJ. I think you need to maybe
Darn it.
Be a bit more cautious. No, over here in the UK, there's quite a few people wearing stuff like Iron Maiden shirts, Motorhead shirts, stuff like that. That's deemed acceptable. That's kind of like part of our heritage, as well as in Judas Priest and Black Sabbath and stuff. But if you go past that, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're fucking weird. That's nice. Yeah,
I don't think metal is going to ever be something that's accepted.
No.
So, Aramis Rainier, I guess that's I'm saying. Hi, I have a question. What is the time? Well, the time
8 o'clock.
1 p.m.
8 p.m.
1 p.m.
Aha, mate, 7 hours ahead of you, you piece of shit.
Let's see. Heavy Metal Real says, if you were chosen to come up with the concept and design of a metal cover, what would it look like? Describe in detail and think big.
Oh.
Holy crap.
Well, I mean, I'm a lazy piece of shit, so I'd probably just be like all those cookie cutter bands that just like take a stock image of like mangled corpse. There you go. No, but in all seriousness, if I had to come up with something,
I would want. Well, if I could choose an artist, I would want the UK artist that the dude designs. I would want him.
Okay.
And I would want him to do one of his famous compilation covers, and I would want explosions, zombies, gore, military paraphernalia, slime, bright colors, necro things, skeletons. Just a simple cover. I'm not asking much.
There's so much shit on there, you don't know what's going on.
I want it to be so clustered that every time you look at it, you're like, oh shit, I didn't see that before. Oh, whoa. Like 6 years later, you're like, I'm going to break out this old album. Whoa, what's this cover?
If you tip it this way, it kind of looks like Egypt. I would go with something. I know it sounds bad, but I'd kind of go with something like Nunhor Commando House, where it's just like, what the it's just, they've just taken images of themselves sitting on a settee like that and just put their logo and a nuclear explosion behind them. Something really weird out there, kind of, or maybe something inspired by like early Carcass stuff. Here's a collage of gore. Well,
I guess
I'd like some
on the minimalist end, I could do like the old school monochromatic Dark Throne type stuff. Black, the white.
We could do that now. If I could go out, there's like some woods and stuff over there. I'll go out there. I'm pale enough already. Just get a camera and put like 12 lenses on it. Make it look all shitty, and then that's all you need. That's all you need to do. It's the easiest album you can make. You need a shitty camera and be out at night.
Yeah. I should do a whole photo shoot. Sit out by my rose bushes and corpse paint.
It's not really that metal. Burning the roses.
Sniffing the roses in my corpse paint.
No, that's kind of more modern. Cradle of Filth. oh look, we're in touch with our emotions and we're all goths and
Hey, roses have thorns. Those fuckers hurt when they stick. Sticking people with thorns. Sticking people with thorns is metal.
You're lucky. We have those razor trees in this country.
Razor trees.
Yeah, they just made of razor blades and barbed wire.
Good God, your country's insane.
You try and chop them down, and liquid barbed wire attacks you.
Oh damn!
Crowds of homeless drug addicts then try and molest you. It's a nightmare trying to get rid of those trees.
That's a concept album right there, my friend.
And people will be like, "What is this concept album about?"
Hobos and liquid barbed wire? This guy's a fucking genius.
That's a t-shirt, hobos and liquid barbed wire, and then just me go.
No. Liquid barbed wire.
Yeah. That's actually pretty... That wouldn't be that good. Oh, we can't get over the barbed wire. Oh no, we just step through it.
Put on your rain boots and just step in the barbed wire puddle. Throw your coat over it. Be a gentleman.
I recently, just this morning, discovered a band whose name I've now forgotten. Bear with me.
And you signed it to your label?
Yeah, that's it. I can't think of a good name for a record label. Liquid Barbed Wire Records.
Liquid Barbed Wire Record. Yep.
Yeah. Porn Abomination.
Oh.
You heard of that?
That's my nickname.
End of stream. Goodbye.
I'm out of here. This is done.
When you do that, it's much better than when I can do it, because you just wheel away like I'm floating. The dogs are just pulling you, towing you with their eyes. No one knows what we're talking about. No, I know we've broken TJ. No, we've broken him. We've broken him.
Boy.
No, composure. We must have composure. This is a very serious live stream.
This is super serious.
Super serious fun time. Yeah.
Okay, so you just discovered them this morning.
Just today, yeah. I forgot to share them with you. Did I? I don't know. And the album was 69 Soft Machines. Well, I think it was an EP actually. But no, really good brutal slamming stuff. Really, really good. And some nice sort of fast parts in it that kept the vocals going. No pig squeals, really good growls and grunts. I really liked it. I'll have to share it with you after this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Porn Abomination.
I think of the last stuff that we've shared, I'm still really digging on that Demogorgon, that black metal from Germany that I shared with you.
Oh yeah.
I'm really still digging on that. There's like, I don't know, 6 bands called Demogorgon from Germany. So.
What about Satan's Revenge on Mankind?
Yeah, that's another one of my favorites that I've discovered recently.
That's a good comment.
How about making a sex doll out of rose bushes and sticking your cock in it? That would feel good, wouldn't it?
Yep. That's what you gotta see. Go around and see all those crazy homeless people doing that.
I gotta get off somehow. Why not with,
The rose bush. You're gonna go out now. You're gonna find some hobo jacket.
I'm so bloody. Oh.
Yeah.
It hurts so good.
Get out of here, goddammit! Off my property! Again.
Pull the rose bush and run with it. Oh!
Landmine around. You keep away from my rose bushes now.
You can take it. It's covered in something. It's yours now.
It's like I raped the oldest one and then made the others watch. All the little saplings just permanently shriveled.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Mm. Do you want to see if we could get Heavy Metal Reel on? We can try that.
We can
We
see
can
here.
try. Is Google going to be broken? You know.
Maybe I don't know if he ever does this kind of stuff. He might not even have the plugins and stuff.
That's a good point. Well, Heavy Metal Reel, if you're available, if you'd like to come on. Oh, okay. Obviously, we've got the 10-minute delay thing because it's just like another question. What is it? You know?
Favorite lyrics of all time, the one that is special to you or speaks to you in a certain way. I've always been a fan of the lyrics to Possess, the Seven Churches. I really like those lyrics. Those are fun to read.
Cannibal Corpse, Rancid Amputation. You know, this is great. Sacks of pus develop. I also have a great fondness for the cadaveric rate of cooling by the county medical examiners because that's just like them describing a day at work. It's I really like that because it's just like we're just, and it's literally like I put my gloves on and the assistant hands me a thing and it's like, oh okay, yeah, I like that.
Speaking of them, are they still doing stuff?
I don't know. I've seen a picture of them. They look kind of old now. I mean, I know one guy's much older than them. He looks really old now. It looks fairly recent, so they might be doing, really small gigs or stuff. I know they haven't put out a record for a very long time.
Yeah.
So they might just be doing it, for fun.
I think they were on that Razorback Records. I think that's the label they used to be on, because that whole label is like gore, grindy type stuff.
Yeah.
Everything they do.
They were the least metal-looking band ever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the older guy with his glasses, that was fantastic. He just turned up with like his sleeves rolled up. I'm going to fucking play guitar now.
There was one picture in this book that reminded me of what you just said of like the most un-black metal looking band ever. I hope I can find it.
Heavy Metal Reel just says someone's raping the rose bushes again. That just gives an idea of how bad the delay is.
I'm just looking for that band. It's just they look like real estate developers or something.
Well, to be fair, we're talking about unmetal looking like some of the newer metal bands. They look like like the college jocks. Or like the really weird weedy kids.
Yeah.
All the goths and the emos.
Which is what I see every time I walk into that Hot Topic store. Oh, God.
Really? How many of them are there? They clustered around?
Jesus. Wearing like the Nightmare Before Christmas stockings and like their Slipknot shirt. And...
That's what I'm wearing right now.
I figured as much.
Mm-hmm. That's a really horrible image. All the hairs like poking through the stocking.
It gets to be a pain, yes.
Yeah.
Here's this picture. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but
the one guy in the left, the white.
This guy right here.
Yeah, he just looks like their dad who turned up with them. I'm just dropping the kids off. They're playing their
Here's an older image of them.
The guy with
the King Diamond makeup, and the sunglasses.
And why is there like a fat Rambo with them?
Looks like some like Colombian drug cartel family photo shoot.
And the one like messed up one with the King Diamond one, like that's cousin Bob. He doesn't get out that much.
Heavy Metal Reel says, I'm sitting at my old farty computer right now, so I don't know if it would work very well, but would love to join, but not sure it would work. Give it a shot.
We could
Ah.
try.
It'll either tell you can't do it, or your computer will explode.
You know, wonder which. And even if the webcam is really like terrible quality, you could always turn it off, and we can just hear your audio or whatever. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't need to see your image, but audio. Yeah, at least no lag in the audio.
Yeah.
Ah, 7 churches. Good choice there, Joe.
Oh no! I've just realised the one that speaks most to me on a deep, very personal level. Necrolust. You know, it's just or raid the convent, Nunslaughter. You know, both of which activities that actually surprisingly go together quite well. You go through the crypt on the way there. You get both done at the same time.
There you go.
Great. You know.
There you go.
I've always wanted to get a shirt that said, I've got to have some guy going like that, and then I've got that Necrolust.
Should get that made. Go to a printing shop and have that made.
Oh, damn it! You know what? I once went to have a T-shirt printed for a friend. It was like, "I'm grade 7 air guitar." That was the shirt, and it was a nice little fun thing. And the sign outside the shop said, custom printed T-shirts here. And I said, I'd like this. And they're like, I'm sorry, we don't take orders. So I'm sorry, you've got the sign. They said, oh no, what we do is we have set designs, and you just choose the color, and then we'll put them on a shirt for you or something. How's that custom? Because you could just have them out, and I could just pick them.
Yeah, they ought to take that custom part off.
Yeah, we sell shirts.
We have shirts. Come choose a design from our selection.
Yeah, so I was like, well, wonderful. So.
Speaking of that Possessed band, I just watched a video of them, like a live performance from, I think just like last year, the year before, but the lead singer's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I sent you it, remember? And he's still on stage. He's like, yeah. He's still. Yeah.
Oh, see, we share so much. I thought I found it.
Yeah, we just keep sending each other rubbish and stuff.
I meant to look up and see if that was the original lead singer, and see what happened. I forgot.
I mean, if it is the original lead singer, what the hell happened?
Yeah. Heavy Metal Real says Razorback is a cool label. They release some way cool stuff. They do. They have some. Their bands have some great album artwork too. Especially Ghoul. Ghoul have some nice covers.
I like Time Ghoul. I know you weren't a fan of the vocals on that one.
Yeah, I wasn't. That never grabbed onto me.
Crazy, like, kind of groovy death metal vocals, but I really like that.
Heavy Metal Real says, what do you think about Revolting? Have you heard of them? Good Swedish horror death metal from Sweden. Revolting.
They don't ring a bell immediately.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Revolting, but I will write that down.
It sounds like one of those titles that a number of bands have used,
Another...
Hey guys, we're going to call ourselves Revolting. Are we? Isn't there like 5 bands already? Shut up!
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Raymond Will says, haha, what the hell? Talk about second-hand King Diamond. Yeah, the makeup on him wasn't too bad from what I could see there, but it was just like, hey, I really like King Diamond.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I'm going to try and do my own corpse paint.
I'm going to look like him.
Yeah. You notice sometimes now they've just completely given up on complete corpse paint. Now they just have like black going like that. What the hell is that?
Only
Actually,
like real corpse paint anymore is a lot of the smaller cultish black metal bands. They do the full-on corpse paint and shit like that.
Well, the guy from, as I would say, Hellhammer, Celtic Frost, he just wears a hat on stage now, goddammit.
His beanie, his constant beanie.
He doesn't need that!
Hey, he gets cold being so necro.
Look, the stuff he plays now is not that necro.
No, it's more necro. Doom metal. It's more doom metal.
Yeah,
Triptykon? Yeah, Triptykon. It's more doom metal.
Silence, Degus. I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but I like Hellhammer as much as Celtic Frost.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, it's weird. If you'd said I like Hellhammer when it was back as just Hellhammer, people were like, they're fucking stupid. They're just a Venom clone, a really shitty Venom clone. Like the bloke himself said, the lead guy said, we were just a deficient Venom clone back in the day. So, but no, I like Hellhammer as much as Celtic Frost.
yeah, that's fair.
The Q&A is freaking out.
What?
No, it's just half of it's.
Whoa! Is that Rob Halford going home?
0.
Damn! Jesus Christ!
That wasn't that loud.
That's what you keep in your closet?
The Daggers have got a tiny motorbike. Hey, I can hear your dog's eyes popping from here, so just. You just go as soon as I do that. No, that was just one of the Friendly Outlaws, which is a biker gang that travel through the area occasionally.
Oh God!
Weirdly, they don't listen to metal as they go through. Like this, like a kind of well-known but kind of dangerous biker gang, and they're listening to AC/DC as they go past. Actually, there's one of them who blasts Elvis occasionally. He was the first metalhead.
Elvis?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever see him in his corpse paint?
Not until after he died. Oh wait, that was just his corpse. Okay.
Yeah, it was just his films. I'd yet to see anyone in corpse paint die on the toilet. Pretty sure that's how Necro Butcher's gonna go.
I'm sure some of them have come close.
Oh yeah.
It's like I was just reading about a little section on Maniac, and kind of why he left. Mayhem. He's like, I overdosed twice in one day. So he's like, yeah, you need to go.
Jesus Christ! What was he on?
Like, I think he said something like methamphetamines or some shit like that. But he's like, yeah, I overdosed twice in one day. So he's like, that's when I kind of had to step back and take a look at myself.
Yeah, you could probably do with that.
Yeah, if you're overdosing twice in one day, lifestyle change.
And then he's thinking the next day, damn, we'll try that again.
I need some of that cocaine.
Yeah. Rob Halford overdosed once.
On cocaine?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he was a big cokehead at one point in the 80s. After his partner blew his brains out right in front of him.
Well, that'll do it, I guess.
Yeah, that'll.
Our 517, Sammy says, I'm watching this.
No, you're not. You're lying.
You just wake up, Sammy.
The lies. Many lies.
Pure lies, filth.
But brother is here and can play and hear you guys while he's playing D3.
Going to eat first. Oh wait, that's. Oh yeah, okay. Going to eat first though.
Jesus, these are coming in some kind of strange order. Now it's gone afternoon, gentlemen. I'm pretty sure these are not arriving in the order they're being sent.
Afternoon, gentlemen. I just got that one.
You just got that?
Yeah. But brother is here and can watch and hear you guys while he's playing D3. Going to eat first though. Alright.
Okay. Afternoon, gentlemen. I don't know. These are definitely not appearing in the order they're being sent. No. I mean,
no way.
The message has been scrambled.
Yeah.
It's like trying to break the Enigma code of the U-boats. I think we have it. Oh, now this is one. This is one.
You go ahead and read it.
What is the weirdest metal band you ever heard in your life? I mean, weird as hell. Bands having weird gimmicks and odd things that they're into and doing on stage and such. Well, I can think if we're going for strange things doing on stage and gimmicks.
I have a feeling.
A band that Spasm.
There we go. Spasm.
Spasm. One of my favourite bands. Go and if I'm sure Heavy Metal Real has probably heard them. He wears a lime green mankini on stage, and he is the closest thing to some kind of mutant pig man I've ever seen. And he wears a lime green mankini on stage, so that's the music's not that weird. The music's kind of woo, but it's that
Just
is
the image.
Mhm.
It's once you see it,
Mhm.
it'll leave you and it will haunt you forever.
And you can't beat tracks like Pedophilic Kindergarten Party.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that too because I'm still waiting to come across someone weirder than that guy. Because
I saw one gig where he comes on in like shorts and a t-shirt, and all the crowd are going boo, boo, and then he goes oh, and then takes them off, and they're like yeah. And it's like the guys who are cheering, they're like, you know, the denim vest, the patches, you know, the long hair, the beards, like yeah, and they're cheering the guy getting into a mankini on stage. That is how Rob Halford sounds like when he goes. Sounds like a speeding motorcycle.
Johnny Cash is more metal than Elvis.
Fair enough. I prefer Johnny Cash to Elvis anyway.
So do I.
Elvis was just a fraud. Wait for the hate comments now. There's currently a large fly crawling across my screen. It's like about here on you.
What was that noise?
That's the fucking degus. They haven't gone to sleep yet.
Damn degus.
Damn rodents!
Sacrifice!
Give them back. Here's the thing about this, like, you know, all this, let's sacrifice a goat to Satan. Surely he'd be offended by that because he's part goat.
Yeah.
He'd be like, what the hell, man? And why there's like a million goats down there with him? He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. What am I going to do with all these? Jesus. You know. I love the idea that he's just down there now with it's like a million goats. All chewing stuff they shouldn't be. He's just fucking
Like
black metal.
his metal collection.
It's all AC/DC. Meatloaf and AC/DC. Black metal? What's that? Yeah. So
I'd like
do you
to
think?
see, I was just going to say, I'd like to see Heavy Metal Reel's metal paraphernalia, CDs, patches, etc., and so on, T-shirts.
I'm guessing that would take a great deal of time to show.
I'd like to see a pan and scan of his metal area.
That sounds kind of strange. Let me see your metal area.
Where's your metal pieces at?
I got a hip replacement. Does that count?
Scratch my metal skull.
Is that from Vietnam 4?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like Blood Dragon.
Yep. Now, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, are there any bands at the moment any black metal bands that you know that are keeping up the genuinely satanic vibe that seems to have lately died off a great deal?
Marduk always kind of keeps it floating around here and there, with images or lyrics or something.
Hmm.
but not really so much in pictures anymore. And now when you see them in pictures, you know they're either covered in blood and or covered in blood holding giant machine guns.
Yeah, that was the thing.
But yeah, I don't know that any of the bands are doing like the full-on Satan thing still continuously.
I mean, Gull seems to have given up on that.
He's too busy designing fashion.
That's got to be the weirdest, like, turn for anyone in metal. Like,
that is odd.
That's just. I've seen the pictures of him at like catwalk shows, and I'm like, is this photoshopped? Surely, it blows my mind.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the strangest things that has happened in metal, I think.
I mean, you can picture like band members killing each other and stuff like that, and massive, back to mayhem. But you can kind of imagine that. But I can't imagine like Dead if he hadn't killed himself, he wouldn't have gone on to do a fashion line.
This is my new.
Oh Jesus! Imagine what that would have smelled like.
Your hair just immediately falls.
Your beard just falls off. Doesn't fall out. Just falls off in one piece. Just your septum falls out straight away. It's like a year's worth of cocaine abuse all at once. No, I'd like to see him do a fashion line. Then you take them off the rack in a shop or something. It's like you shake the dirt off them because he's buried them for a few days. Each one comes with a fresh and necro scent.
Mannequins are just corpses propped up.
With like genuine wires through them, all crucified. Do you ever see? There's a DVD knocking about somewhere about a Golgoroth show with all the crucified naked people. What the hell is the name of that? I've been trying to think of it.
Black Mass Krakow. I have that one. Yeah.
You have that one. Is that the one the police confiscated?
Yep.
Yeah.
Took them to court. They had to show up in court and everything like that, and yeah. Then eventually they got the rights to it back.
Yeah. I heard that apparently back in the day when Cannibal Corpse tried to get into Turkey, they had. It was Ukraine. They had some problems, and they got locked up and then chucked out. There's Rob Halford again.
He's back.
He's back. He's jacking off in the garden again.
Fucking rose bushes.
He's just singing Painkiller while raping a rose. Or no, more appropriate, Touch of Evil. Surely that's more appropriate.
Oh
yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, I know that Cannibal Corpse, they had some trouble. I think they went from Belarus to Ukraine. I think they got locked up overnight, something by the Rosas. Yeah. So I don't know how much longer you want to go on for, because we did about an hour and a half last time. So
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half now. Yeah.
You want to call it quits?
I guess we can call it. Yeah.
If we've probably got comments that Heavy Metal Real has probably sent, but that's probably still pending.
Yeah, we still have 2 viewers.
So apologies to if you have sent us questions, they haven't arrived, but Google's being famously quick today, so
maybe they'll show up for the next show.
We'll get on there. I know before we started I left some in the Q&A, but it didn't show up.
Was that the hashtag ban Tim?
Yes. Oh damn it! I wanted to be here when we found it. Yeah. Everyone type now hashtag ban Tim. Get me removed from this fucking show.
Let me check the old YouTube.
Oh yes, the 2 boobs.
Let's see here. Make sure we didn't miss any recent questions here.
This is, usually if I'm doing a live stream, normally this is about 20 minutes goes when we get guests on and I go pee. I haven't had that opportunity today.
Let's see here. My brother from another mother, Johnny Blues, SXE Blues, the Blues Man, says, have you ever come across a metal band or group that didn't look or seem like they were metal until listening to them? The sound, but not the style.
County medical examiners.
Yep, because...
They look like your next door neighbours.
Yep. Google them there, Johnny, and you'll see they have on the white coats. I think there's a picture of them even holding like a clipboard and pen.
And they got suits on in one of them, and they're around like just a normal house, and they're just in suits. They just look like people you'd walk past every day and be like, oh, it's Bob, he works in an insurance company, you know?
Full-on professional.
Yeah.
But, definitely very deceiving once you hear them, because... Yep.
Heavy, you know, Johnny Blues, that doesn't sound very metal. Should be Johnny Metal. God damn it.
Johnny Metal.
Yeah.
That's his alter ego. He doesn't talk about that much. Shh.
Does he get in a phone box and then come out, da da da, you know, Johnny Metal?
So that was the only question on there. Yep. Of course, now we have 3 viewers. Great. Our viewership's going up as we're getting off.
Oh, you could need to rephrase that, goddamn.
Or do I?
Well, we can only be seen from like the chest, the sort of the chest up. So who knows? Who knows?
I can fix that.
Wait, don't do that. Back, no, forward, and stay.
Don't make me take these off.
No. Well, because we'll lose viewers immediately if we take glasses off. Because you look fucking weird without them. We have to censor it out. It just looks too strange. Oh, hang on, we have one. Hold on. What do you think about the latest goddamn Behemoth videos? Aren't they deliciously dark and blasphemous?
I've always been a big fan of Behemoth.
Yeah. They're great live.
Yeah, I saw them with Cannibal Corpse. No, that wasn't Cannibal Corpse.
No, that was the gig everyone slated recently.
Yeah. Actually, maybe it was Cannibal Corpse a few years ago. I know I read that review that said people were walking out, but I think that might have been the band that was with Cannibal Corpse when I saw them.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah, they're great live. And I always enjoyed their stuff, the early stuff, and even the more modern stuff, you know, where they have a little bit of a more different sound, I think. I think Behemoth's unique in that way that when I hear a Behemoth song, I'm like, oh, yep, that's Behemoth. So
yeah.
I definitely like them, and I like their look that they've taken on. Like, what's it, Nurgle? I guess I pronounced that right. Nurgle.
Well, Nurgle, yeah, that's the thing.
But you know, I like when they're doing their photo shoots and he has on like the weird ass helmets and the armor and shit. You know, I don't know. I like that band. I like that they've taken like their own little path.
Mm.
Yeah,
no, I like Behemoth.
I like their videos a lot. I really dig their videos.
I don't think I've seen some of these, you know, deliciously dark and blasphemous videos.
Just anything they've done in the past, any videos that they've done in the past few years are really, really well done, really fun, really cool videos.
I know that that in Emperor, was it Emperor or Eternal? The one where they're just basically on a glacier. That was shit. That was shit. It's just like, oh, you're out in the cold. A fucking big whoop, you know? You live in a cold country. This is not new.
Yeah, I like Behemoth though.
Yeah, no, they're good. But no, I'll have to go and look at these deliciously blasphemous videos. Get ready for the finger lag. Woo!
Yeah, anything they've done the past few years video-wise is really good.
Damn, Rob Halford is getting it on with those rose bushes. You just get pain, killer.
Sploosh, sploosh. I've seen on Facebook that Heavy Metal Real actually had some of his artwork put onto a couple different Blu-rays or something.
Ooh.
Really very well done artwork too, my friend. Very, very cool. Yeah.
Send me them on Twitter. I'd love to see them.
Well, I'll save the pictures and show them to you. Really cool stuff.
Is it all porn? All porn Blu-rays?
Of course.
Of course, it's got to be the old porn, old retro.
Really cool stuff. I'll share them. I'll save them and share them with you.
Snail Google. Yeah. I guarantee these are not arriving. You're sending them second class, is what's happening.
Yeah.
Are they appearing for me before you? Is that the case?
Sometimes, yeah, I can tell by you're like, oh, and I'm like, I don't have nothing.
Yeah. It always like someone as soon as I go, oh, it is, and on other live streams, people are like, what the fuck, Tim? They will see, the guests seem to get them before the host for some reason occasionally, which is just fucking weird. I don't know. Right.
Well, okay. Maybe we should.
Thanks to everyone who commented, Heavy Metal Real and sticking with this shit.
Yep. Thank you, Heavy Metal Real. Thank you, Johnny, and those other random people that asked one question. Falagar. Enjoy your food, whatever you're eating.
Probably infants.
Most likely. Infants in a nice garlic sauce.
Exactly. Good choice.
So, we're not sure when we'll be back, but we'll probably be a few weeks.
Yeah, we have to come up with a good idea for these shows. We can't just fling them off the bat, We've got to carefully plan. As you can tell, this whole thing was scripted.
This was orchestrated to a T. Flawless perfection.
They take your glasses with them.
Give me those back. I need those.
Yeah. Well, thanks to everyone. Bon voyage. We're still live.
Still live.
Fucking just.